What is going on, guys? Week 5 of the NFL season is here. Nick's Picks is back, and I am not joined by Ben. I'm all alone. It's peaceful other than the fact that somebody's mowing their lawn outside. Well, unfortunately, I'm not joined by Ben today because Ben's work schedule just didn't work this week, and I didn't want to have to not post Nick's picks this week. So Ben has already sent me his picks for the week. He sent me a few things that he wants me to say about each game if I decide I want to be that nice and say things. But yeah, Ben still made his picks. He's still doing the picks. It's just he's not going to be here this week. He should be back next week, hopefully. The only thing I did not ask Ben before this episode was how many points he had. So I don't know how many more points Ben has. I do know that I have 44 points myself heading into week 5. Last week was a bit of a struggle. I didn't get any of my main picks correct. Ben got 1 or 2 of his. Ben didn't get his 2-point. My 2-point conversion was that Daniel Jones was going to have no turnovers and prove that it's not his fault. Daniel Jones proved it's not his fault. And the one fucking turnover he had was right before halftime. The Giants threw a Hail Mary and it got picked. I'm like, bro, that Ben almost said it didn't count. We were texting about it. He almost gave it to me, but he didn't. Fuck you, Ben. Anyways, we move on to week 5, guys, and the game of the week. In my game of the week, I had the LA Rams going up against the Seattle Seahawks. That is tonight's game, the Thursday night game in Seattle. I do have the Rams winning this one 30-27, though, over Seattle, just because I do think the Rams are the better team. And I do think that although Seattle is kind of proving me wrong, how I feel like Seattle is the worst team in this division, although I say it every time, that is not a bad thing at all because this division is stacked beyond all belief. But the LA Rams, to me, were the best team in this division, and I feel like I kind of have to stick with that. So 30-27, I do have the Rams beating the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. So for Ben's game of the week, Ben had the Chiefs going up against the Bills for his game of the week, and that's what I probably would have had for my game of the week. But we don't do the same team. I try not to do the same team as Ben so that we're talking about different games. But when he's not here, it would have been fine. But he did have the Chiefs going up against the Buffalo Bills, and I'm sorry I have to keep looking down at my phone because I don't memorize his. I somewhat memorize my picks. I don't fully. But he had the Chiefs winning this one 30-28 against the Bills, and what he wanted me to say was that the Chiefs just flat out have the better offense. And I mean, I agree. I actually have Buffalo winning this game as an upset. It's not my upset of the week, but I do have the Buffalo Bills winning this game just because I feel like they've played better so far this season than Kansas City. And I feel like if it's early in the season, Kansas City hasn't quite hit that like panic mode yet or like the postseason mode yet. So I think early in the season is probably the best time for Buffalo to beat Kansas City. So I do have Buffalo winning this game, but Ben has 30-28 Kansas City for his game of the week. Moving on to the upsets of the week. For my upset of the week, I have the Carolina Panthers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and the obvious upset here is the Philadelphia Eagles beating Carolina. And this is even bigger of an upset because just today, as I'm recording this, Stephon Gilmore has been traded in Madden, a 99 overall cornerback, one of the best corners in the league, has been traded from the New England Patriots to the Carolina Panthers for a 6th-round draft pick. So Carolina literally got rid of nothing and just got one of the best corners in the league. They've already been like one of the premier teams in the league and one of the best defenses in the league going forward. The reason I have Philadelphia winning this game is Philadelphia has been playing pretty poorly for the first couple of games of the season, but they show these signs of light that like, hey, they can move the ball on offense. They can score points on offense. Jalen Hurts is not doing bad. I think Philly's biggest problem is their penalties that they're getting and a little bit of the offensive play calling and that their defense just isn't all that great. But I do think that Philadelphia has a chance to beat Carolina in this game, and that's the only reason I'm going with it. I have Philadelphia winning this one 21-17. See, I don't memorize my own picks. 21-17 over Carolina in Carolina. So I think that should be a good one. Moving on to Ben's upset of the week. Ben has the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Tennessee Titans for his upset of the week. And again, the obvious pick here, the Jacksonville Jaguars as the upset. And without even having to read his notes, I can guarantee you that the main reason for this is the fact that the Titans lost to the Jets last week, which I think is hilarious because Ben would have gotten on here and just started, ragging all over the Titans for losing to the Jets. The Falcons play the Jets this week, Ben. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. I swear, if the Falcons lose to the Jets, guys, you are going to have to spam in the comment section below just roasting Ben for that one because that's hilarious. But he has the Titans losing this one 21-20 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The other reason he had behind this is Jacksonville has been playing somewhat better these last couple weeks. Granted, they played Cincinnati, but Jacksonville's playing better. Trevor Lawrence, he's bound to get an NFL win here at some point, and Ben just figures that if a team can lose to the Jets, they can lose to the Jaguars. So he's got the Jaguars beating the Titans for his upset of the week. Okay, moving on to our picks. The Giants go up against the Dallas Cowboys this week, and the Giants finally got their first win of the season last week against the New Orleans Saints. And that whole game, I was pessimistic the entire time. The second the Giants had the ball, they were down 21-10 early in the game. They got late in the game. They got a touchdown with a 2-point conversion, so they were down 3, 21-18. Ben's texting me. He's like, yo, the Giants are going to come back. And I'm like, the Giants still have to call plays in order to win this game. It's not going to happen. And God damn it, the play calling finally fucking worked, and the Giants managed to go downfield, score. Actually, I'd like to pause for a second. The Giants easily could have scored a touchdown to end regulation and not go to overtime. But it seems like every time the Giants get into field goal range, they panic and then just stop moving the fucking ball. But anyways, they end up getting the field goal, forcing overtime. They get the ball to start overtime. Jabril Peppers, the funniest mic'd up moment of a coin toss ever, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check that out. But Giants managed to get a touchdown in overtime to beat the Saints. They play the Cowboys this week, and the Cowboys, god damn it, have been one of the hottest teams in the league ever since losing to Tampa in week 1. And like I said, after week 3, after the Giants lost to Atlanta, I can't pick the Giants. I know they beat New Orleans. Maybe this will be the good luck. Maybe me not picking the Giants will actually get them to win this game this week. But I do have the Dallas Cowboys winning this one. I have the Dallas Cowboys winning this one over the New York Giants, 35-30. Fuck off. Ben's game of the week is the Atlanta Falcons going up against the New York Jets, as I mentioned. And I hope to God Atlanta loses this game. Ben does have Atlanta winning this one 21-14 over the Jets, and his notes were, if Atlanta loses to the Jets, there's no hope. That's all he wrote for his notes. And look, as far as I already believe that there's already no fucking hope for the Atlanta Falcons, I do want to point out that I think they'll probably beat the Jets too. And I don't think there's really much to say. I mean, it's the Falcons and the Jets. It's the battle of two turds. I almost had this as my upset just because I thought it'd be hilarious, but there's not much to say. Atlanta's played like shit all season. Even in their one win against the Giants, they played like shit. They were playing very well against Washington last week until they weren't in the last 2 quarters. So, I mean, that's just the Atlanta way. But Atlanta, he does have 21-14 over the Jets for his pick. Moving right along here, guys, we move on to the wild card games. And for my wild card game, just the game I wanted to talk about, I had the Green Bay Packers going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. And I do have the Packers winning this one 32-21 over the Bengals. Yes, it's somewhat of an easier pick. I'll say that. I'm trying to get some fucking points because the last 2 weeks combined, I'm like 1-8 on my, or 1-7 on my main picks. So I need something to change here. I need to start getting some fucking picks right. Although I'm totally okay losing the Giants pick this week. But the Green Bay Packers going up at the Cincinnati Bengals. The main reason I did want to talk about this game, though, is the Cincinnati Bengals are 3-1 to start the season. And is it a fluke? Are they actually starting to get better? We know they don't have an O-line, but Joe Burrow is honestly playing some of his best football. The Cincinnati Bengals team is good. They could definitely beat the Packers, and I could definitely end up eating my words on an easy pick here. But I do think Green Bay, on the flip side of that, has also been playing some of their better football lately, ever since their absolute catastrophe against the New Orleans Saints in Week 1. They've been playing really great moving forward, so I do think the Packers keep the streak going and beat the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. And finally, Ben's wild card pick is the Arizona Cardinals going up against the San Francisco 49ers. I made him take an NFC West matchup this time because me picking 2 NFC West matchups last week just sucked. But I gave him one. The Arizona Cardinals are the only undefeated team left in the league. They are 4-0 on the season. Kyler Murray has been playing absolutely outstanding. And he does have the Arizona Cardinals staying undefeated and beating the 49ers 28-24 in a very close game in an NFC West matchup. And his only notes on this game is it's a fun division rivalry game. Trey Lance versus Kyler Murray. You know, there's not much more to be said. I think that this is really going to come down to the battle of what defense can slow down the offense first. And I agree with Ben here. I think that the Arizona's defense to San Fran's defense. The Arizona defense to the San Fran offense compared to San Fran's defense to Arizona's offense just makes that gap a little bit more. I don't know if that made any fucking sense, but that's what we have to say about that game. So those are our main picks for the week. Here are the other picks for the week, the ones that I didn't mention for me or Ben this week. Like I say every time, if you want to pause and find your favorite team and see what we said about them, go ahead now. But these are our other picks for the week. So the last thing for Nick's Picks Week 5 that I have to do on my own, we're kind of flying through this episode. I'm sorry, guys. I'm honestly in love with this idea because I am so far beyond tired. It's not even funny. And I have to edit this thing too still. So 2-point conversions for the week. I have that Justin Herbert is going up against the Cleveland Browns this week. And look, Cleveland has been great all season, and so has the LA Chargers. And Justin Herbert in particular has shown that maybe he could be the best quarterback in that division. I know Patrick Mahomes is there, but Justin Herbert is really, really putting his name on the map this season, and I think that going up against a team like the Cleveland Browns is just a big opportunity to do more of the same. So I do have that Justin Herbert is going to have at least 4 total touchdowns, rushing or passing, and no turnovers. Sorry, cough there. And no turnovers against the Cleveland Browns. I know last week I tried a no turnover 2-point conversion and it completely backfired on me. Hopefully this one will not be more of the same. But that is my 2-point. Justin Herbert, 4 total touchdowns, rushing or passing, and no turnovers against the Cleveland Browns, who have a stacked defense, by the way. So that's not to toot my own horn here, but not a bad 2-point conversion. And for Ben's 2-point conversion, as you know, with Ben, he goes wild on these 2-point conversions, which pisses me off even more because I feel like I go so much safer than him on my 2-point conversion, but he gets them more than I do. So I don't fucking understand that one. But anyways, he has that both the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills will combine for over 850 yards of total offense and 8 total touchdowns. So at least a 28-28 game between the Bills and the Chiefs for 4 touchdowns on each team, and at least 425 yards for each team, or, well, I mean, it could be like 500 and 350 or something like that. But regardless, 850 total yards of offense and 8 total touchdowns. Again, like he said, like he had me say for his notes for the game of the week, the Chiefs have the better offense, but these are 2 absolute beasts going at it. So there's really no bad team in this situation or bad offense in this situation. So that's Ben's 2-point conversion, is that both offenses are just going to go off against each other. So that is it, guys. Nick's Picks Week 5. I did it all on my own. This honestly felt weird, but god damn it went a lot faster. So Ben, you either start talking a little faster or you lose your job. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Ben honestly makes the show a lot more fun to do, and if I had to do this by myself in front of a camera every week, I don't think I would have kept up with it as long as I have. But Ben will be back for Week 6 next week. We might have to crunch on recording that one, but he will be back for week 6, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content pretty soon. And I know I say a lot of stuff about more stuff coming for the channel, but pretty soon I will be moving some of this over to Twitch, not Nick's Picks, but moving some channel content over to Twitch, just basically meaning that I'm going to start streaming on Twitch more and start uploading videos on YouTube less, as if I'm uploading at a consistent basis now. But anyways, I do want to start the streaming way. I feel like one of the biggest problems with YouTube for me is that I just don't have the time to edit all these videos. That I have plenty of time to record them, or plenty of energy, I should say, to record them. But when it comes to the editing part, that's just not fun. So I have considered streaming more. If you guys would like to see that, go ahead and give me a follow on Twitch. It's NickM15 with an underscore afterwards on Twitch if you want to go throw me a follow. Also, I will be helping out one of my friends who is also a streamer on Twitch. It is Dumper Nugget. Great name, by the way. But if you guys want to go throw him a follow, he's trying to become an affiliate on Twitch. He's just 5 followers away. So if you can go throw him a follow, that would be much appreciated, and I will be on his stream here and there whenever he invites me. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like on the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Nick's Picks. Have a great one. Peace. And here's where Ben would be like, bye.